This Hip Hop at Lunch. We're here with Colin Munroe. What's up, man? How's it going?
Not bad, a little bit tired, but we're here to be at the end of the day.
True. So you've had a lot of success recently, obviously with all of your features and the Unsung Hero mixtape, but I was wondering, how'd you link up with Donis and XV, and now Izza Kizza were on the set for his video, and how'd you end up meeting all these guys?
Jeez, individually, it's funny, everyone sort of mingles and mixes at some point, and I think Donis was through an Atlanta connection, because all the time I spent down there recording, I think that was how I linked up with him. XV, I think I was put in touch with him by DJ Benzi. And Kizza, I reached out to him to be on my mixtape originally, so we've had a relationship since then.
Yeah, I was going to ask, you had so many big name features on that mixtape, like, did you reach out to all of those guys, or how'd that come about?
Yeah, no, it was just kind of a cold reach out to most of those guys, and fortunately we're in a generation where, you know, the MCs are really musically open-minded and willing to try different stuff that's out of the box, and yeah, they went for it.
Oh, yeah. And I know you're with Universal, but you put out your mixtape for free and had a lot of high-quality music, as well as your features. Like, you figure that you can make all these high-quality songs and give them out for free. Like, what's your strategy behind that?
I think these days it doesn't hurt to earn a bit of loyalty. If you can really prove to the people that you have more than just one or two decent tracks, I think you'll ultimately have a longer career. And it's, you know, it's like putting a bet down on the table. If you're sure of what you have, it's a fair play. It's like, all right, yeah, there's more where this came from. Trust me, and hopefully people trust.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely the way to go about it nowadays. So with Canada having such a rising presence in the urban music scene,
right?
Just talk a little bit about your thoughts on that, or like.
I think it's interesting how it kind of is happening with a bit of a wave between. Obviously Drake and Melanie Fiona and myself and a few others who just aren't coming to mind right now, but certainly are part of the family. It's I think it's a sign of the general shift in the cultural taste for something a bit different, something that is a mishmash of all sorts of different styles of music, something that is a bit more unique and individual and not just from a particular scene. And if there's one thing Canada has always done well, it's mix and mingle things together and mash it all and see what comes out, you know. So
definitely doing a good job. So we appreciate that, man. So I've been seeing you on Twitter. You have over 4,000 tweets.
Right.
Very active. So can you tell us a little bit about how you're using it, like who you're talking to, what you use it for?
I try to use it to give people a window into the cool stuff that goes on, the everyday stuff that goes on. Things that aren't necessarily, you know, tedious and dull and boring, but, you know, little snapshots that people might actually enjoy. I try not to use it too much. I try to not bombard people with too much content in terms of, you know, like, go to this link, check this page out, do this, do that, you know, buy this, buy that. You know, I want to invite people into an experience.
True.
And that way, when they're presented with opportunities to buy something to support me financially, they do it not because they're being sold, but because it's just another part of the experience.
That's the best answer I've heard so far, actually.
Well,
you got to make people your friends first, man.
Yeah.
So if you could work with any artist, because like you said, you've worked with a lot of people so far, who would it be?
I'd love to work with Gwen Stefani. I think she's another artist that has been ahead of her time in being able to have a foot in a couple different worlds between what she did in No Doubt and then as a solo artist. I certainly respect and admire.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when should we expect to hear a date for your upcoming album?
Mid-October. The date is something that people are haggling over and trying to figure out, but more content before then for sure.